during the looting in Chicago, I was robbed by these 3 black women. I was trying to catch and call the police, and these people on the street, the bystanders, white people, calling me I'm a racist, telling me that the color of skin doesn't make them a thief.
I see it too. Black people were permitted to act crazy, do whatever the fuck they want. I didn't even know you were going to say this was going to be a topic. I'm going to keep it being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you might say, well, ain't you black? Bro, I had to do a lot of thinking, bro. I had to do a lot of rethinking. I had to do a lot of soul searching and like, yo.
I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho. I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho. I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho. I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho. I gotta.
They strategically barricaded their cars in front of the store, blocking anyone from parking. Then they stormed in, armed with crowbars, smashing display cases and loading up their arms with high-end merchandise. They were gone in less than 60 seconds. Officers with guns drawn catch up to one car filled with suspected looters. The Nordstrom was just one of several flash mob sprees over the weekend in the Bay Area. Dozens of looters swarm a jewelry store in Hayward.
Hold on. This is a jewelry store? Sam's Jewelry. Okay. I'm not sure about the resolution here or the contrast on my screen, but I'm not seeing any pink skin tones here.
And at the luxury store Louis Vuitton, another coordinated hit. A mob escapes with armfuls of clothes.
Freeze frame. Now that would appear to be a man that potentially originates from Africa, or he could be a Swedish citizen of African descent. I mean, I don't want to be racist here, but yes, his skin is the color of dark chocolate, and I am going to go out on a limb and call that a black man. Now, I have given voice to something which shall not be voiced, and that is the race of a criminal if he's black. You're not allowed to say that. That is taboo. Except not here on my channel, not here on Censored TV. No, we're going to talk about that now. Sorry, news.
Clothing.
Get on the sidewalk! Get on the sidewalk!
Cops respond, some giving chase, catching up to a fleeing driver. Police smash the car windows with batons.
Louis batons?
And pull a suspect out of the vehicle to make an arrest.
And let's take a look at the forearm of that dude. And yeah, that's another African-Swedish guy.
They appear to be organized groups of people, mob-like, rushing into and breaching entryways, something very, very challenging to try to push back on.
Former prosecutor Marissa Rodriguez now heads an alliance of business owners at San Francisco's famed Union Square. Do laws have to be tougher? Does policing have to be bolder, more efficient?
We need our police department, our city officials to lean in and recognize that retail theft is not a victimless crime. This impacts all of us.
Isn't it great that all of a sudden, hey, we need help. There's crime in the streets. Who should we call? Batman? Ghostbusters? No, we need cops. What happened to defund the cops, abolish the cops, fuck the cops? Oh, that's right, we need them.
Across the USA, other Louis Vuitton stores were also targeted. Outside Chicago, 14 looters.
Okay, here's a new store and we have new perps. Here we have in the bottom right corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the Jackson 5? I don't know, but they look very similar to Michael and Tito. Actually, Michael's a little bit light-skinned for this group.
Hit all at once, leaving the store shelves largely bare.
I'm not saying they're not white scumbag shoplifters. I'm saying they weren't the dudes that did this. I mean, if you want to talk about white retards who I kick out of the white race, how about Anthony Huber? How about Gage Grosskreutz? If Jump Kick Man was white, he'd be out of the race. Turns out he already is out of the race. Rosenbaum? I mean, Jesus, Jews, you can take him. We don't want him. Never did. So don't think this is a either or. What we're talking about here is math. We're talking about percentages and we're talking about patterns. So can you figure out this pattern? Because I know a couple of people who didn't figure out this pattern, and I'm wondering if they are choosing to not figure out this pattern. And those two people are Hooknose Anna Kasparian and Cenk the fat fucking brown buffalo Uygur, otherwise known as Keek. Some sort of a caveman name. He comes from Constantinople or somewhere, wherever, whatever, like, ugh. He smells like shit and he eats a lot of beef. His name is Keek, otherwise known as Genk. And here's his take on the mass robbery flash mob up in NorCal.
So far, 3 individuals have been arrested. Police are reviewing the surveillance to see if they can find any other suspects.
Yeah, guys, before you make rush to judgment on who did it.
Now that is interesting. Hey guys, before you rush to judgment on who did it. So Cenk has already rushed to judgment. He's talking to himself. Literally, no one has rushed to any judgment. We're listening to your broadcast of this event. Cenk has rushed to the judgment that the people that did this are black. But Cenk is going to push back against what is obvious, what is known, by the way, what is known. They are black. And he's going to say, maybe not only are they not black, who's our favorite enemy? Oh, right, that's right, white people. I think they're white. So this is Cenk's case to declare that the majority of people shoplifting there, were white. This is the point he's going to make. So no one racialized this. No one. Not the news, not Anna Kasparian, but Cenk is inserting race only to say that this mass thievery from blacks is actually done by whites.
Be careful on this one. There was a lot of nice cars in that getaway scene, okay?
Wait, getaway or ghetto way? How you spelling that? Okay, so Cenk, is that you just projecting your racism again? If someone's in a nice car, that means they're not black? That's what he's saying right there. Blacks can't afford nice cars. You know how those blacks are. Cenk, are you also aware that blacks buy luxury items that they can't afford, including cars, because they want to showcase their non-ghetto-ness? Now, it is kind of ghetto to be in a getaway car, committing crimes. It's ghetto and it's stupid. But, Cenk, I think you're kind of being racist by saying that if there are nice cars on the scene, then it has to be black. Speaking of nice cars, guys, what we're trying to figure out here, why we're discussing race and why it matters, is because this is a pattern. As Anna said, it's not just this one event from the other night. There were multiple events that weekend and all year, and 4 years and 4 decades. So not just in Northern California, although that is an area where this happens all the time. It's in Southern California. It's in Connecticut. It's in New York. It's everywhere. Seattle, you name it. Now, what am I saying? What is it? Well, it is the pattern. And we're trying to piece together enough clues to understand what we're looking at. Why? To prevent it in the future. Also, because it is useless to talk about random events like this without collecting the data and understanding the larger picture. And I would suggest to you that the larger picture is blacks are committing a ton of fucking crime. They always have been, and they are right now. And for us to not address that is a shameless, cowardly misdiagnosis of the problem. You're not diagnosing anything, you're a bitch. Because you're not calling out what is readily apparent to anyone with eyeballs. Okay, go ahead, Cenk. Tell us about those evil whites who stole all this shit.
I think I saw a Mercedes and a BMW in there, and it looked like a lot of young kids.
So now we're off race? So just, wait a minute, guys. If you own nice shit, you're probably white. You know, BMW, Mercedes, it's kind of white shit, isn't it? Aren't they German? But anyway, let's stop talking about race. I think they're just young, and this is just youthful indiscretion, don't you think?
A lot of them appeared to be white.
A lot of them appear to be white? No, there was one guy and he appears to be Hispanic. Because, look, even if he were white, he's no longer white, so it's a moot point. But, Cenk, here's a still shot from the event up in Northern California. I mean, I'm sure your crack research team found this, but maybe you'll get to it later. But these 4 women appear to be non-white. Is that safe to say?
And this is a rich area of town.
Wait, what? This is a rich area of town? This is one of the most startlingly stupid points I've ever heard. He just said it's a rich, so he's trying to say, like, it's white people. Why? Nice cars, I saw a white, what he called many of them are white. And then he said, it's a rich part of town. Cenk, that's evidence that it wouldn't be whites. Because if it's a rich... Wait, are you suggesting that the people that steal from that area are from that area? And because it's a rich area, well, why are they stealing then, Cenk? If they are rich white kids, and you know that rich white kids don't do mass flash mob shoplifting, then why would you suggest that the area is rich, therefore the people robbing that area are from the area and are white? Cenk, here's an idea. People that didn't live in the area came to the area and stole shit.
They also refused to provide a description to avoid perpetuating stereotypes, they said.
That's why these people are thinking they're going to get away with it, because they participated in these robberies before and they've gotten away with it. Also, and I believe this plays into it, the decades-long denial in this country, the refusal to release descriptions of the suspects, probably plays into and emboldens these people. Think about it. If you knew for a fact that you were going to commit a crime and you being caught was contingent in part on people being able to describe you, and everybody in the media was afraid to describe you, or like in Cenk's case, will describe the exact opposite of how you look, because obviously these are not rich white kids, then you would probably feel more emboldened to commit these crimes over and over and over again. The fact that you have to dig up, you have to go into police data in order to find out the description of these suspects, and these are the ones that are caught, let alone the descriptions that were obviously given to the police at the time, is ridiculous. These people not only stole over $1 million worth of inventory in an organized criminal way, they also assaulted people, but again, the people who were robbed, the people who were victimized, are afraid to identify what actually happened because they don't want to be called racist. The news media that's supposed to be covering this, that's supposed to be informing you, that's supposed to be telling you, hey, if you see people of this description carrying $1 million worth of inventory, can you please come to the police? They don't want to do that. Everybody is failing. This is an institutional failure after the fact, and that's just being ignored. Now, before I continue on with this video, I have kept you waiting with bated breath for far too long, because we do know the race of the people that were arrested in connection with this. And unsurprisingly, these weren't wealthy upper-class people that were white from the suburbs. Let's go into this tweet that I found from a former NYPD officer who actually knows where to look in order to find these things, and his reporting on what actually took place and who was behind it. And by the way, again, these names were available even if the descriptions weren't, so let's see if you can draw some conclusions from the names. Rodney Robinson, born in 2002, male, black, 5'11", eye color brown, hair color black, complexion not specified. Unsurprisingly, this is one of the people, but maybe the others are super secret white.
A lot of them appeared to be white.
Oh, so you said that it was a white guy. What happened?
Dana Dawson, again, the alliterated name's very odd. 1991, female, black, 5'5", hair color black, eye color brown.
A lot of them appeared to be white.
Oh, so you said that it was a white guy. What happened?
And Joshua Underwood. Now this name sounded pretty white, if we're being perfectly honest. Underwood, like Carrie Underwood. But in reality, Joshua Noel William Underwood kind of gives it away. And unsurprisingly, ethnicity, black, hair color black.
A lot of them appeared to be white.
Oh, so you said that it was a white guy. What happened?
When cat burglaries start, can mass murderers be far behind? This reporter isn't saying that the burglar is an inhuman monster like the Wolfman, but he very well could be. So, Professor, would you say it's time for everyone to panic? Yes, I would, Ken.